What's up, guys? Today we're doing the 50th video special, aka our top 10 best games. First off, Metro Exodus. Well, yeah, I know, Metro Exodus, Metro 2033, and Metro Last Light, all by my boy Joker. Joker's not a part of the YouTube, but he is a really good friend of ours, and he's played games with us. He was there when we started, doing things. He's watched videos. He's been a great supporter. He tells us, he tries to give us some feedback, and he makes sure he encourages us. He's a great guy, and he picked a great game. It's a Russian version of Fallout that's it's not quite AAA. It's got a little bit of wonky controls, but it's a very fun game with a really fun storytelling. So I think it's something that definitely is very intriguing, and if you want a game that's not quite as mainstream, this is a good one to look at. And definitely a great choice, because this is kind of a top 10 you should play before you stop gaming. Okay, finally, his final one for Joker is Halo Reach. Yes, I know, Halo 3 gameplay. Sorry, lost my Halo Reach. I haven't played Halos in a long time, just with making YouTube videos on Battlefield and Call of Duty. I don't really play a lot of Halo anymore. So I figured I'd put Halo 3 here just because it's the closest in age to Reach, and also because it's my favorite Halo game, and personally it's kind of just nice to play my favorite Halo game. I'm not going to complain if I have to. So, I see why he loves this game. It's kind of the culmination of all the amazing things that Bungie did with the Halo license, and I feel like we were so hopeful for games after Halo Reach because we had seen what amazing things they could do, and it just kept getting better from Combat Evolved to Halo 2 to Halo 3 to Reach. I feel like we were so ready to see what they'll do next, what amazing things they could do next, and we just kind of felt destroyed when we started seeing 343 pump out Halo 4 and Halo 5 that are not bad games per se, but they're just not as good as the originals. So I definitely do see where he's coming from. I did enjoy Reach, and I do feel like it's probably got the best character development. A lot of people are going to get mad at me because they all love Master Chief, and I love him too as a character, but personally I felt like the storytelling and stuff was better in Halo Reach than I would say in the mainstream Halos 1 through Combat Evolved through 3. And so they are really fun games, and they had great storytelling, and I honestly see why he's picking them, because I think they're just amazing games, and you need to play them before, you don't game anymore, I guess. So, Halo 2. This is my boy Bacon. He actually does work with the YouTube on us. If you've watched the Meet the Protopian Gaming Crew, you'll know who he is. If not, go watch that video. It'll give you a little bit of nice, backup for this vid. So, he picked Halo 2, and I definitely can respect his choice because I loved Combat Evolved. I played a little bit of 2, I played a lot of 3, played a lot of Combat Evolved, and Reach was just kind of in the middle. So, well, I'll be honest, I feel like, Halo Reach and Halo 3 were the pinnacle. Combat Evolved was that part where you start reaching the, top of a mountain, where you can see and you can do, but there's still so much more amazing stuff. It's amazing where you're at, but it's amazing farther up. But Halo 2 was that nice where you can see down and see where you came from and see improvement on the other side. So I think Halo 2 was kind of a amazing game because it slowly built up it slowly added on to the amazingness that was Combat Evolved. And I definitely did enjoy it, and I think it is just an amazing game that I personally think, again, before you stop gaming, die, whatever, you need to play this game. That's kind of what this list has become, to be completely honest. Just top 10 best or you should play. Secondly, from my boy Bacon, it is Rainbow Six Siege. Me, Bacon, and Joker all got into this game at the same time. Now, Joker told us about it. He's like, hey, have you heard about this new tactical game? It came out a couple years ago, but it really started taking off. Hey, you should get it. So we saved up our money. We bought it. We don't exactly have amazing amounts of money right now, but we work and we do to make the money, but, we can't just always drop $60 on the game. So the anticipation to get the game was great. We were all saving up and doing. So we went, and when we got the game, I remember we were all just super hyped to play it. So one weekend we're like, yes, we are going to play this game for as long as we want to. So, you know, we got out and we didn't have work. We didn't have anything we had to fight with. So it was just really nice, really fun. We did it. But he latched onto that game. He is probably the most dedicated Siege player in our group. I mean, he's really good at it. He watches the videos. He finds out he watches the balancing changes. He watches it like the news if they make a change to an operator. And he's a really fun person to play with because he's really good, but he also has no problem being kind of goofy and fun with it. He's not super serious, and he doesn't ruin anything with the seriousness of it. So it's definitely a fun game, and another one that you should try out, especially if you like shooters, but you don't like, you know, the kind of super quick shooting of something like Call of Duty. So it's definitely a fun one, and I would definitely recommend checking it out, but you're going to lose a lot of time. Fallout New Vegas. Me, the one you are speaking with. Well, I'm just speaking at you currently. Fallout New Vegas. This is my favorite open world game. It's not quite my favorite game because there's one that's going to be my next pick. But this game honestly consumed me. Like, we were playing a lot of Battlefield and Siege at the time, and then I was actually watching Oxhorn's videos, if any of you watch him. I was watching his videos, and he was just really showing how in-depth the storytelling and, you know, how thought-provoking the game was. So I was like, you know what, I have to buy this game. So again, I saved up my money because I'm not made of cash, and I bought it because luckily it was on sale on Steam. Thank Jesus for Steam sales. But that was definitely something that helped out. And so I started playing it, and I just found myself hooked. You know, it kind of has that cool cross between like a mafia gangster or cowboy kind of style to it, where, you know, you can kind of be in the cities and be like a kind of mafia boss, or you can go out in the wilderness and you can be kind of like a cowboy, and you get to do so much. And, you know, I've played a lot of puzzle games and action games before that. I really never played a lot of open world games. I played a lot of puzzle games, but I didn't play a lot of open world or RPG games. And I started out with Fallout 4, and then I found Fallout New Vegas, and I just never looked back. I love the series, and this is undoubtedly my favorite game, and it's something that definitely means a lot to me, just because it feels like kind of one of my rite of passage games, just, you know, really brought me into a really hardcore gamer. So now let's go to my last one, and my undoubtedly favorite game is Lego Star Wars. Yes, I'm a child. Not really, but I'm honestly a child at heart. I mean, I can't lie. I just love this game, you know. It's something, a lot of what my main reason is, it was my first game that I remember playing so much because I was a Star Wars nerd, and I loved Legos. And when I realized there was a Star Wars Lego game, yes, I played the crap out of that thing. Now, what I do find funny, though, is that we had a Wii, because, you know, that's what we got. My parents didn't really know much about gaming. My mom was a nerd, but she didn't really understand. She was a low-level nerd. She wasn't exactly high-tier, knew the specs on every PC and all that. But, so we had a Wii, and I remember playing hours, if not days, on, you know, just playing Lego Star Wars. And it was something me and my mom really did together. And this means so much to me because I played it so much with my mom, and unfortunately, due to some health issues and other things, we can't play video games together anymore. So it does make me sad, but I'll never forget the memories that I had playing video games with her. And another note is just, you know, kind of getting a little serious in a very goofy video. Enjoy the time that you can play and spend with your family and friends. You know, if you do enjoy gaming, or your family enjoys gaming, I would definitely recommend it because it's something really fun and it's really unforgettable when you get to enjoy it with your friends and family. So now I'm going to get off of gushing, and I'm going to start talking about The Force Unleashed by my boy Ree. So yeah, this is actually still Lego Star Wars footage, but unfortunately I don't own the Star Wars The Force Unleashed. That was one of the games that I had gotten into other titles by that time, so, you know, I didn't really play it. But So I'm using the rest of my Lego Star Wars footage because I totally will shamelessly play that game. And also, if you do want me to like nerd out on a really simple kids game, just leave down in the comments, do a Lego Star Wars Let's Play. I will nerd out for forever because this game is amazingly fun and it just brings out the kid in me. So I do love it. But now let's get to his choice. He said that he remembered a lot of playing Force Unleashed. That was kind of his first game that he played a lot of, and you know, I can't blame him. He said he always made his own fun because, you know, I can't really blame him. I did in this game too, and it's just something really fun that, you know, a game that really kind of lets you make your own fun and enjoy games your own way. And also, anything with any Star Wars game is kind of fun. Like, the worst Star Wars games can honestly be amazing. I know people are going to catch flack. I'm going to catch some flack for that. But even if you don't play the game, because usually there's a way to play the game that you don't have to do it the way that they think you're going to do it, you know. You don't have to play the game seriously. And also, I do want to do it here. I got True Jedi, which is still, sadly, like one of my favorite achievements. So, yeah, I can't complain. It's amazing. Now let's talk about his second one, Fallout 4. Can't lie, this would have probably been my third if I'd have had been able to pick 3. Fallout 4 is an amazing game, and, you know, me and him actually kind of became quick friends gaming-wise. We were friends, you know, outside of gaming, but we started really talking a lot more about games once we figured out we were both really Fallout fans, because Fallout is just a really fun game, and it's something that, you know, it's hard to explain, but I feel like the game gets into you somehow. You know, it's something that is just really intriguing. And personally, it's not as good as Fallout New Vegas to me, but it looks a lot better, and it's a lot more friendly to, you know, non-RPG gamers. So, you know, this was my first Fallout game, and then I later went and was watching Oxhorn to kind of explain to me some of the lore that I didn't understand from only playing Fallout 4. And then he always referenced Fallout New Vegas, so I bought that game, and just I've been playing Fallout ever since. I have all the mainstream Fallout games. You know, I don't have like Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, but I do have 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, and 4. So I'm definitely hooked on the game, and he is too. He's, you know, it was just something he said that he really enjoyed. And so I can't blame him. Personally, I do feel like Fallout 4 is one of the most amazing games as far as just fun. Like, you know, Fallout New Vegas was just amazing because of its storytelling and all that. But this game, you know, I never felt the story was as good as some of the older games. You know, you don't feel as much meaning. However, I felt like some of it was just, you could just do whatever. Like, you could pickpocket a guy, throw a grenade in his pocket with a pulled out pen, and just watch him go and try and fight you because he was attacking you, and you would just be like, haha, you're going to blow up my minute, fight me, come on. And so this game is definitely fun, and it was definitely something I've spent probably way too much time on. But it's extremely fun, and honestly, I do like some of the base building because it makes me feel, you know, just a little more involved in a world that I really do enjoy. So that's the last one by Ree. Now let's go on to Red Dead Redemption 2 by my boy Donut. Donut is the other one of the two that help us out with the YouTube. If you've watched the other video, you'll know this. And so, it's definitely, this is the newest game we have on the list. And personally, this is the only new game that I could say that I really was kind of expecting somebody to say. You know, it's just one of those games that I feel like it was so amazing that we were kind of in awe of what it did. It's an amazing game, and I feel like how much time and effort Rockstar put into the game really showed, and I feel like it's hard to deny sometimes that this is probably one of the best games of this century. Like, I feel like this game, I feel like, you know, of this century, I feel like some of these games will be amazing. And now, of the decade, I'll say that this game is going to be in the top 10, and I know, you know, there's going to be people who say, well, you know, no, there's no way it's in the top 10. But yeah, for me, this is in the top 10 videos. I know this isn't all my choice, but honestly, there's funny part is there's so many of these games that I would have put on a list if I was making my own, which I think kind of shows when you know, spend time around people with similar interest and similar fun. Me and Donut have played for like a day straight on Red Dead Online. So it's definitely a game that I've seen him put a lot of time into, and he's actually attempting to 100% it. I am too. It'll probably take us a long time, but trust us, if we have if we do ever one of us completes it, there will be a video about it, because we will probably have spent probably a couple years on working on it, and we don't intend to be leaving YouTube. Don't worry about that. So definitely a fun game. I feel like the hunting and all just the little details that they added in made the game so much better, and just so immersive that it's hard not to love. And that's something that's rare for games. The last one on the list is, again by Donut, is Black Ops 2. I am so glad this game made it on the list. Black Ops 2 was my favorite Call of Duty game, and it was either my third or my fourth favorite game ever, because I had a lot of friends who played Call of Duty. I didn't ever really get into those games when I was younger, but when I played this game, it was so amazing when you played, party games with your friends, that it's just an amazing game. And if you haven't played it, yeah, the servers are very hacked right now, so you're not going to be able to play multiplayer, and the zombies, it's still pretty fun, but it's not my favorite zombies experience. But just go play the campaign. Pay whatever they want for it. I mean, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but pay what they want for it. The campaign will be worth it. I can promise you, the campaign is the best one that I think Call of Duty's ever done. I would say it and World at War are probably the two best campaigns they've ever done. So that's kind of all I've got to say about Black Ops 2. But before we sign off, guys, just thank you for helping us get to this 50th video. It means so much to me to be able to say that I have 50 videos on a channel. Y'all have just helped us so much and done so much for us that I don't think you'll really understand. I'm actually going to be doing a big video with a guy from the 11th MEU. He's actually a recruiter. If you don't know what the 11th MEU is, it's actually a milsim group. Well, they call themselves the 11th MEU. There is a military group called the 11th MEU, but they're a milsim group, and I don't think a lot of people understand milsim, so I do want to discuss it, and that will be our next video, probably coming up this week. So, guys, I love you, and I'm very thankful for everything that y'all have done for us. I hope y'all have a great day. Keep watching. Get your friends subscribed, because